at the bottom, we have a lot of social media now, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we also have a brand new YouTube channel. And this will be on the YouTube channel. So for our friends and colleagues who missed this, or if you want to show friends and family your little celebration, you'll be able to see this on the Faculty Association's YouTube page. Okay, so we're going to start with, we'll go to the next slide. And we also have Interim President Lou Patrizzo. Past FA presidents, Ellen Schuler-Mock and Kevin Peterman are all here. Sean will be presenting for the Guild of Administrative Officers, and then we will get into our Faculty Association Award recipients. So Interim President Patrizzo, we're turning it over to you to say some words, and we really appreciate you and many members of the cabinet and of the administration for being here and joining us to celebrate our colleagues.
Well, thank you very much, Dante, and I'll try my best to say some words. Thank you, Dante, and thank you, Sean, for this opportunity to share some comments with you all tonight as you celebrate the Faculty Association and the Guild's newest retirees and your Membership Service Award winners. And I want to take a second and thank both Dante and Sean for all the work that you've done for your members and for the college over the past year. It's certainly been a challenging time for all of us, and your leadership, both of you, your leadership and your cooperation with us in achieving some very important goals is very much appreciated. So thank you both. You have many new retirees, but I want to recognize a couple of your veteran retirees for a second, if I could. And it's so good to see former Faculty Association presidents Ellen Schuler-Mock and Kevin Peterman. It's also good to see them with no weapons in their hands, no list of contract demands, and no bunch of labor grievances. Always good to see them with smiling faces, and it's a pleasure to see them both tonight. The workforce at the college has really been blessed with some very able leadership over the years. And that includes both Ellen and Kevin, and it certainly continues today with Dante and Sean. And my congratulations and my thanks to them for all that they have done for the college as well. To all of our newest retirees, I know retirees always want to hear this, but we are truly sorry to see you go and to know that you're leaving us. You've been a very important part of the very fiber of this institution. You played a significant role in making Suffolk County Community College what it is today, and the void that each of you will leave will be very difficult to fill. You know, I've tried several different ways to describe the past 10 months, and the only word that keeps coming back that seems to be even close to describing it is extraordinary. It has been an extraordinary past 10 months. And it's been a year that's been filled with uncertainty for all of us, some sorrow and sadness over the loss of life and the suffering, and hardships for both our staff and for our students. Our students have really borne the brunt of a lot of this fallout from the COVID. So I don't think anyone questions the retirees' decisions to move on to the next chapter in their lives. You know, that I think is a given at this point. But as you all move on, I would hope that your lasting memories of your time at the college would not be of the last 10 months, but would instead be of all of your colleagues, your friends, the students you've interacted with, and the joy that you've had through the many years that you've been here. It's really my hope that that's what you will leave here with tonight and forever. And I hope that you'll also remember that the college was not just a place of bricks and mortar. It was a place filled with some very wonderful people. And there were people who, when the days were the darkest, all jumped in really and shared in a financial sacrifice for the greater good of their colleagues and our students. It's filled with people who reached into their pockets to give and donate money to the foundation and various hardship funds to help needy students, and people who took food from their own homes and donated them to campus food pantries to feed the hungry. So as you all leave here, you should take great solace in knowing and remembering that you are part of this caring and very giving community of professionals. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I'm allowed to say that, and on behalf of myself, certainly, and all the members of our cabinet, please know, all of you, that we are very grateful for your dedication and your service to the college and for your support of each other, as well as our students. Without you and without all that you've meant to the college, our ability to sustain this college during the past many years would not have been possible. So as my last college brief to all of you and direction to the members, I would say to you, you've earned your retirements. Now go and enjoy them, and all the best to you always. Thank you for all you've done for us. Dante?
Thank you very much, Lou. We really appreciate it. We appreciate those very kind words for our colleagues who have served the college. Collectively, there are hundreds of years of all the retirees who we will be honoring tonight. So this is really exciting. In addition to having Interim President Lou Patrizzo here, I also want to point out that we have Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Paul Bowden. Thank you so much, Dr. Bowden, for being here. And we have all three of the executive deans here. We have Executive Dean Donna Chiampa, who represents the Grand Campus, the Executive Dean of the Ammerman Campus, Irene Rios, and the Executive Dean at the Eastern Campus, Mary Reese. And I also see that Assistant Vice President of Human Resources, Angelica Rivera, is here. Thank you so much, Angelica, for joining us. All of you with your presence here tonight is great support for our members in all the work that they do. I would now like to turn it over to a good friend, a mentor, someone who has been president of the Faculty Association for 34 years, Ellen Schuler-Mock. Ellen, thank you so much and welcome.
Thank you, Dante. I am really pleased to be here. You know, I've been retired for 7 years. And so I've really been at a distance, but never in this way. It seems kind of strange. So I'm very pleased to be here and to see so many of you unmasked, smiling, and at a distance, but together at last. Even for me, and I have not been in the workplace, the last 10 months have been very strange and difficult. There's been no business as usual. Every day is a different new normal as we zoom around while staying in place. But tonight is really good. And despite having being brought to us through Zoom. It's a celebration of 50 years as a union and the work that all of you have been doing as truly the frontline essential workers of Suffolk Community College. And I've thought of that so often in the last 10 months that, you know, the work that the college does is so important to the students and to Suffolk County. And it hasn't stopped. I know from just hearing from other you know, the faculty, I mean, it's been very trying for all of you. And I think that you've done amazing work with in the toughest of circumstances. When I looked at the list of the 31 people who have retired this year, I feel like I'm attending a reunion of many longtime friends and colleagues. So many of you are the very same people who made my time at Suffolk so engaging and so memorable. And so I'm really pleased to be part of the virtual party that acknowledges you. I also want to applaud Dante and the entire Faculty Association for establishing an awards committee to recognize the valuable work that FA members do that goes beyond their contractual requirements. These are the people of the Faculty Association who work, and I'm taking liberty in paraphrasing, and I guess the activities of the last week, specifically January 20th, made me think of it. But these are the people of the Faculty Association who work in order to form a more perfect union by promoting the general welfare through mentoring and union service, fostering community service and social justice, and securing blessings for us all. So tonight, I'd like to wish kudos to all of you. And again, congratulations to the Faculty Association as a whole for 50 years strong. And congratulations, Dante, to you and the other officers for keeping the union light going. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ellen. We really appreciate those kind words that you have for our members and in the work that we do in the Faculty Association. And as Ellen pointed out, yes, the Faculty Association quietly turned 50 on March the 10th of 2020. And we really weren't paying attention because we were trying to navigate the early stages of the pandemic. But 50 years and still going strong. And most of that is thanks to you and all the great effort and work that you have put in as president, Ellen. So thank you.
Thank you.
I would now like to pass it off to another very dear friend and mentor, Kevin Peterman, who is past president of the Faculty Association. He served in that role for 6 years. Kevin, welcome.
Hello and congratulations and thank you. To all the FA and Guild members, I want to thank you for your dedicated service to our students and to the community college that is really vital to Suffolk County and the economic development. I wish you well in your retirement. I want you to stay safe and enjoy, but I also want maybe to keep you involved because, you know, you get into retirement and, you know, sometimes you might have some time you might want to do something that you haven't been doing. There's two groups I want to mention that you might want to get involved in or with, and that's the Retiree Association of Suffolk Community College, which is open to all SCC retirees, AME, FA, Guild. And for more information about how to get active in that, you just need to contact the college's foundation office. The other group is Retiree Council 39, or known as RC 39. It's a group of retirees from all NYSED community colleges around the state. Little history, quick history. In May of 2006, NYSED invited all the community college retirees to participate in a teleconference informing a statewide community college retiree council. Two of the original officers are still serving RC 39. Joan Primus from her community college's treasurer and our own Pete Herron as president of RC 39. If you're interested, and I hope you would at least investigate it, I'll put it in the chat. But it's a very simple URL. But again, I'll just post it for you. And just so you know, I'm currently involved with RC 39. I'm a director at large, and I hope to see you involved in some way. I also want to congratulate all the honorees that are being recognized tonight. And a special thank you to the FA officers and the EC reps for all you do and all you've done during this pandemic. It's truly amazing that we've been around for 50 years, and the only way that was possible is with dedicated faculty that knew that the only way we could be strong is to be union strong. So I just want to say again, good luck and enjoy, and I do hope to see you all. I'd love to see you all at the bar some point, but good luck, and again, thanks for all that you've done. Dante?
Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate it. And I also want to introduce some other individuals who have also joined us this evening. The Vice President of Information Technology Services, Shadi Azam Gomez. Thank you so much for being here. And we also have Christina Vargas, who's our Chief Diversity Officer at the college. Thank you again for being here. Before we get started going through the FA retirees, this was even though this is on Zoom and it's a PowerPoint, it was a lot of work and effort. And I really want to thank Cynthia Eaton for putting this together, Nick Pestu and the awards committee, Sean Tavalia, and also Anita Greifenstein, who is the face and what we call the voice of the FA. She's typically the first person our members hear when they call the FA office. So Anita is in the room tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. With that said, we are going to now honor our retirees. And we typically, what we've done in the past is give these wonderful champagne glasses to our retirees. You will get these, we promise. We will be getting these to you. Unfortunately, because of the state that we are in, it'll be a bit delayed, but you will get those lovely champagne flutes. So with that, we are going to honor many of the retirees who have dedicated many years of service to Suffolk County Community College. The first of which is Robert Alexander, who taught criminal justice at the Grant campus. Congratulations, Robert.
Maureen Arma, corporate training, Grant campus.
Linda Barber taught sociology and anthropology at the Ammerman campus.
Marianne Borello, sociology, Grant campus. The famous Sister Marianne.
Whoop whoop.
Professor Craig Boyd, who taught music at the Ammerman campus.
James Cassidy, who is mathematics at the Ammerman campus.
Arthur Del Duca, physical education, Eastern campus.
Susan DeMacy, library, Grant campus.
Candace Foley, chemistry, Ammerman campus.
Dan Giancola, English, Eastern campus.
Joan Horn, physical sciences, Ammerman campus.
Louise Johnston, admissions, Eastern campus.
Timothy Kiley, special events, Grant campus.
Thomas Kloss, power, Grant Central.
Ruth Kolk, nursing, Grant campus.
Catherine Lipnick N, English, Ammerman campus.
Bruce McDonald, psychology, Eastern campus.
Teresa McKay, admissions, Ammerman campus.
Sharon Niegemeyer, nursing, Grant campus.
Robert Ravegno, accounting, Ammerman campus.
Carol Ritigliano, sports convention, Grant campus.
Bruce Sesto, library, Grant campus.
Cecilia Spellman Fry, criminal justice, Ammerman campus.
Giselle Torres, Counseling, Grant Campus.
Michael Ann Tostanowski, Visual Arts, Grant Campus.
And J. Marie Wright, Mathematics, Emmerman Campus.
Sorry, I had a technological glitch there. But I think now we switch to Guild.
So we're going to hand it off to Professor Sean Tavalia, President of the Guild of Administrative Officers. Hello, Sean.
Thank you, Dante. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Just want to say, although I've only been the president of the Guild for a very short time, and considering all that's been happening, it's only got to really see everybody in person for a few months. I've had the pleasure of knowing everyone for a lot longer than that. And I really want to truly thank all of the Guild members who are retiring for everything that you've done for your departments, for your faculty, for your students and the community at whole. And with that, thank you, Darlene Hockman, Education, Ammerman Campus. Susan Lieberthal, Library, Ammerman Campus. Faye Lorenzo, Visual Arts, Eastern Campus. Al Ruggiero, Business Accounting on the Ammerman Campus. Mary Ryder, Food Services on the Eastern Campus. Tom Tyson, Counseling, Ammerman. And Deborah Wolfson, Academic Affairs, Central. Congratulations. Enjoy your retirement, everyone.
Thank you, Sean. I hope you heard the canned applause there. Thank you, Cynthia, for the special effects. It's now my pleasure to turn the program over to Nick Pescu, who is the chair of the Faculty Association Awards Committee. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Dante. Thank you so much. This is great. I'm very honored to be among this group here. And I am very happy to be honoring some of our members tonight. And thank you, by the way, for initiating the award. And I was very happy to come on board and start this effort. So this will be our first ever batch of recipients, and we're very happy. We are extremely excited for all of them. And so we hope that this is just the beginning of many, many years where we'll have tons of really great recipients and the ability to honor everyone at the college, a lot of people at the college who really deserve it. So I do want to say, I'll be very brief, but I just want to thank my committee because they did a lot of work, as you can imagine. We were thinking of different awards, and we came up with these awards. So I want to thank David and Fabio and Marta, Sandra, Kevin, and Caitlin, who are all members of this committee. And so thanks again. I hope you stay on board. We do hope that by next year, the event will be a real one, not a virtual one, and we can then give some hugs and do the on-social distancing for a bit there. That would be the idea. So at this point, I would just thank our officers too in the union for doing all their work. Cynthia is always coordinating so much. Thank you for that. Okay, so at this point, I just want to introduce Cynthia Eaton she will be announcing our first award, and this will be for outstanding mentoring.
Great, thank you. I have to apologize because I was busy pulling, this PowerPoint together and grabbing some quotes from retirees. So I didn't have time to memorize my nomination for these outstanding women. So I'm going to read it, but I'll read it quickly. I'll get through it. But the award winners are Christina Johnston Eustace, who's in ITS, as well as Alexandra Bolanek, Robin Hill, and Catherine Wynn in Center for Innovative Pedagogy. When the college first announced a shift to remote learning last March, I was immediately in touch with Camille Carlson about support for our faculty. There were some rather loosely coordinated efforts across the campuses to help as many faculty as possible in as little time as possible through the campus teaching and learning centers. It was an all hands on deck situation, and it put a sudden and unexpected burden on Christina, Alexandra, Robin, and Catherine, given their regular and ongoing roles in teaching faculty how to use Blackboard and how to design and develop their courses through the e-learning academy, which is at Alexandra, Catherine, and Robin, as well as providing critical technological support that faculty require to make their teaching possible, which is Christina. As some of you may know, Christina used to be in the CIP area as a Blackboard trainer and support person, and she served on the distance education committee with us for many years before her reporting lines changed. By last summer, however, these women had worked with Camille as well as with the Distance Education Committee to develop a series of robust and extensive professional development opportunities for faculty throughout the summer so that our faculty could be as prepared as possible for the fall semester. I don't think it's overly hyperbolic to say this experience was life-changing for some of our faculty. Last March, I personally spent my 2-week spring break sitting in the Orient Building every day from 9 to 3, teaching faculty the very, very basics of Blackboard. Some of these faculty struggled to even know at that point how to attach a file to their email. And I'd say their technological proficiency was definitely at what we would call the beginner level. But after receiving support from Christina, Alexandra, Catherine, and Robin, by the time the fall started, they managed to get the basics down in a way that enabled them to be as very prepared, I think remarkably prepared for the fall semester. Again, some of these were faculty who had never even once logged into Blackboard. The growth of these faculty's knowledge set was remarkable, and it absolutely would not have happened without this group of women with their one-on-one mentoring and the support that they received from these nominees. The summer virtual trainings were a huge part of this. These 4 women designed, created, developed, and delivered workshops like Blackboard Tools Basics 1, Basics 2, the Grade Center, Exams, Respondus, Collaborate Ultra, any number of individualized lessons that they had to come up with on the fly as faculty were reaching out to them constantly. At the same time that these women were managing these virtual trainings, they were also tasked with moderating 2 Open SUNY Equality by Design sessions that contained 300, 400 faculty throughout the course of the summer, both full-time and adjunct, and all were coming from a wide variety of skills, abilities, technological proficiencies, departments, issues, concerns. Anyone who has served any kind of tech support role, even informally with family, friends, or relatives, knows that this can be really trying at times. But these women took their mentoring roles very seriously and handled it with grace under enormous pressure. Just suffice it to say that this is not part of their normal summer work routine. At the same time as the virtual trainings, the QBD moderation, and untold numbers of emails and phone calls flooding in, there was much more other work to be done, such as Christina setting up additional technologies needed by faculty. I know she helped me with Hypothesis, or responding to numerous issues that regularly fill the Suffolk help area for Blackboard. I can personally attest to how deeply Christina has mentored me over the years on a variety of Blackboard and technological topics. Whenever I have a technological question, Christina is my first contact. When I have questions that need answering, I go straight to the expert, and that's Christina. I've learned a great deal under Christina's mentorship during my tenure at the college. I've long been the officer who fields DE questions, and Christina has mentored me through any number of issues, concerns, problems, questions. And there's something about Christina that she is so modest and so unassuming and so content to work behind the scenes. I don't think most of our faculty even realize what a hidden genius Christina is for our faculty. We're really, really lucky to have her working on our side. At the same time that they were doing these virtual trainings, QBD courses, fielding all these inquiries, they also collaborated on and developed the Suffolk Online Faculty Resources area of my SEC. This area didn't really exist, or didn't exist in the same area, in the same way before last summer. The work that went into this section of the portal that you see today is absolutely outstanding. There are tutorials on Blackboard, Zoom, Respondus, accessibility, recordings of previous training sessions, lists of upcoming training sessions. These nominees also simultaneously last summer and last fall were working on the QBD 2 trainings that took place this January and will take place later this spring. So I know when we think of mentoring situations, we typically imagine like a one-on-one mentoring with usually a junior faculty member with a more senior faculty member who like is a willing ear or gives advice or something like this. But mentoring takes place in groups too. And I don't know another group of faculty of FA members at this college who had a greater, more pivotal impact on their fellow FA members than these 4 women did since last summer. And so I'm very proud to have nominated these 4 women, and I'm very grateful to Nick and his committee for selecting these women. They literally helped hundreds and hundreds of our FA members last summer. I can't think of anybody more deserving of this award.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Dante, you actually have the awards, right? Yes. Good.
Yes, and we are, Anita will be contacting everyone on Tuesday. We're going to get these in your hands or find a way to get them to you. But these are our brand new awards and what they look like. So it has everyone's name, so it's perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we have each of the women say hello so everybody can see them and clap for them?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there. Thank you.
Hello. I don't know if you could see me.
See you. Thank you, Cynthia, and thank you, Dante, for the award, to show us the award. That way we can see it. So next, this was our first award. Our next one, I want to introduce Carrie Spooner, who's going to introduce the award, announce for us the award for excellence in adjunct service.
Thank you, Nick. I hope everybody can hear me. If you can't, let me know. Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to join you all here, especially deeply honored to be here with you, LB, to present the FA Excellence in Adjunct Service Award. It's an inaugural presentation of this award and arguably the most hard one of the distinctions. After all, there are many more adjuncts at the college, each cobbling together teaching assignments from multiple higher educational institutions or other part-time or full-time gig work, traveling all over Suffolk and Nassau counties. So adjuncts are stretched thin, which can make it impossible to commit to college service at all. And this year's inaugural recipient is no different. She's worked really hard, and yet this recipient does the impossible. The FA Excellence in Adjunct Service Award honors exemplary involvement in our learning community. This award honors outstanding dedication to student learning and development outside of the classroom. It honors excellence beyond the formal role of teacher, advisor, and mentor. It recognizes only outstanding commitment to enhancing a culture of inclusive excellence at the college and within our community, and demonstrated dedication to intellectual discovery and social and ethical awareness that transforms lives, builds communities, and improves society. Well, it's obvious to me, and it soon will be to you, that the FA Excellence in Adjunct Service Award must have been conceived with L.B. Thompson in mind. Those of us lucky to be in her orbit, colleagues, friends, and students alike, admire her intellect, her thoughtfulness, her compassion, her humor, her courage, and her exemplary dedication to students, colleagues, and our communities within the college and beyond its walls. She's exemplar to which we should all attempt to emulate. At the same time, we're here to celebrate LB's unique and peerless service, a service recognized in the collection of her contributions, motivated by her deep fidelity to a pedagogical, social, and personal praxis. My first serious conversation with LB was during our car ride to a NYSET Community College conference. We shared concerns over adjunct inequities, racial, educational, and economic inequities. What emerged from that conversation? Well, she is today a co-founder of the only 501c3 community-based nonprofit in Suffolk County, Our Community, with the mission to bring liberal arts education to justice-involved individuals in Suffolk County jails and those on probation and parole. And this is just one of many community nonprofits she's involved in. Here at the college, LB participated in past college creative writing festivals. She serves currently on the FA election committee and FA adjunct task force, just to name a few faculty-related contributions out of many. LB's community engagement and faculty contributions are truly impressive indeed, but it is her engagement with students that truly inspires. LB's teaching ethics and practices make it clear that she knows teaching at a community college requires a holistic approach. For several years, she served as Gender and Sexuality Alliance faculty advisor at Eastern Campus. This year, she is the faculty advisor for the college-wide Sexuality and Gender Alliance. And while many faculty members might avoid the trouble, LB doesn't shirk from the more difficult situations facing our students. In fact, she embraces them. For example, she once spent a weekend helping a homeless student find housing and helped the same student secure additional needed support from the college. I know this because I was there when the student approached her. She found shelter for another student who was facing violence at home. She secured transportation for more than one student. Often it's LB herself who provides the transportation. I have witnessed LB spend an afternoon calling Planned Parenthood centers, locating hormonal therapy for one of our trans men students. Frankly, this list could go on. Frequently, you'll find LB working one-to-one with her students, present students, and former students outside of class and on her own time. You'll find her with students in the cafeteria, sitting on a bench outdoors, in the library, at a table in a hallway, in our Orient building on Eastern Campus. And again, for those of us who are lucky enough to be in her orbit, know that LB Thompson is much, much, much more than an adjunct professor. She is a force. LB Thompson is a force behind what makes Suffolk County Community College a special place for our students and for her colleagues. There is no other faculty member more deserving of special recognition than LB Thompson, not one. And I just can't believe, I can't imagine that there could be any other future recipient of the FA Excellence in Adjunct Service Award who can fill her shoes. I can't. So I am profoundly honored, my dear friend, my colleague, to be the one introducing you today. I'm thrilled to present you with the FA Excellence in Adjunct Service Award. I wish it was in person.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. Okay, very nice. So moving on to our next award, I believe the next one will be for, right, so this, we're gonna do the Excellence in FA Service. And for this, I want to present Kevin McCoy, who will be announcing this award.
Just making sure I was unmuted. We had a FA officers meeting today, and the last thing Cynthia said was, don't go over 5 minutes, which is to be very difficult discussing Joan. And before I really want to get into the FA stuff, I want to briefly discuss what she's done at the college, because most people don't know what Joan has done. She's had many different careers at the college. I first met Joan when we were doing the 50th anniversary for the college, as opposed to the union. That was back in 2007. We had started on a project. It was a documentary film, and it was going to be a blog. Joan at the same time is working at the theater department as a PA, and she created and curated a photo exhibit of all the theater pictures throughout 50 years. If when we get back, I really urge you to go to the theater department. The displays on the wall. But when Joan was doing that, she reached out to me to discuss archiving the pictures. Most of the time when we get donations to the library, they come in the form of a box and they dumped on my desk and put aside for many months until someone gets to it. Joan came over, she organized the pictures, she put them in archival boxes where they still are. I'm very thankful for that. During this time, Joan asked about library school. she became interested in librarianship. And I said, don't go. And they didn't say don't go because I didn't think she would be a good librarian. The job situation was very tough. She had all the attributes, very keen on political mind, inquisitiveness, curiosity, tenacity, which is very important. And Joan ignored me with tenacity. She went to library school. She very quickly became involved in a library community. She joined the Suffolk County Library Association's Intellectual Freedom Committee. And Joan, as she always does, found a niche where we needed help and she could provide it. She took over all the graphics for the committee. She created brochures. We had an intellectual freedom of expression contest for school kids. She became a member of the group that judged that. We had many conferences where Joan did all the graphics. As she was entering her library career, she approached me to become an intern. And I said, sure. We definitely use someone hardworking and smart and likes to work. So Joan joined us as an intern, did a variety of different jobs. As expected, when she graduated, she did have difficulty finding a job, but she loved the college so much that she worked as a secretary in the nursing department, and then someone that did almost everything or all different jobs for the Holocaust Center. We eventually were lucky enough to hire Joan as an adjunct. Joyce and I right away schemed to get Joan involved in the union. So we told her about different activities. Joan started volunteering at the plant sales. Professor on Wheels, she just absolutely loved. And she found a special niche for that. Most of the residents in the senior homes weren't comfortable with technology. So Joan taught them how to use technology, set up email, and the residents just loved it because they can communicate with the families through this technology. Other things she's done, making strides at breast cancer walk. She started as a walker. She asked if she could help out. And now, next thing you know, she's team leader. And she does the website for the walk. She organizes all the volunteers. And she does it in a Joan way, very quietly, very efficiently, drawing no attention to herself. I'm lucky enough to work right around about 10 feet away from Joan, and very quiet, but gets a tremendous amount of work done. When Joyce Gambrella retired, we were lucky enough to hire Joan full-time. So I had two rock stars 10 feet away from me during my career, at least for the last 15 years. Joan continued to work with the FA. As an adjunct, she was the EC rep. When she became full-time, she continued to work as a full-time as the EC rep. She was a delegate to the RA and ISIC conferences. She frequently attended the ISIC Community College. And I really don't know where I would be, both in the library and in the FA without Joan. We had a very brief scare, not brief scare, and then a lot of faculty had. Joan's right now on term appointment, and we're worried whether she would be renewed with the budgetary process. And I couldn't imagine working without Joan in either capacity. So congratulations to Joan Cook.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. I've always
rock,
loved
Joan.
the college. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. And finally, for our final award, I'm going to turn it to Courtney, who's going to announce our award in community service and social justice.
Thank you, Nick. I'm very happy to introduce Christina Bosco-Langert, my colleague in the social science department at Ammerman campus. So since 2016, Christina has been co-coordinating and is currently the sole coordinator of the Professors on Wheels program. In the 4 years since Christina has been at the helm, this community outreach program has grown in many wonderful ways. Instituted in 2009 by Adam Penna, the Professors on Wheels program has long brought volunteer members out into the community as we offer presentations and workshops to local nursing homes and assisted living facilities. The program is very successful. It has been featured in Newsday and has received awards from NICET and AFT. Having come on board in 2016 in the summer alongside Ray DeSanza, her very able co-coordinator at the time, Christina helped this already terrific program grow in even more robust ways. Professors on Wheels expanded to include not only seniors in nursing homes or assisted living facilities, but also in area community centers and public libraries. In her first year with Professors on Wheels, Christina and Ray added a number of new libraries to the program, and they started collaborating with the Long Island State Veterans Home at Stony Brook University. Christina's creativity in imagining new possibilities for the program was wonderful to witness, as was her success in actually bringing these connections to being. By 2018, Professors on Wheels was continuing to send FA members into the community, predominantly to nursing homes and senior centers, but also to area libraries, and then to the Bellport Boys and Girls Club. When the pandemic hit in the spring, Christina truly demonstrated the depths of her commitment to the senior residents of Suffolk County. The chaos that our lives have been thrown into have caused all sorts of programs and initiatives to be put on pause, to be halted, or to be completely dismantled. And obviously, especially with nursing homes, our FA members could not possibly continue to go on site and offer our presentations. But rather than decide that Professors on Wheels would simply have to be put on hold due to the pandemic, Christina got creative. She wanted to help those residents more than ever, and she knew that the families, friends, and loved ones were no longer allowed to visit. That left them even more vulnerable and more isolated than before. So she did something so simple and obvious that most of us never think to do it. But this is what gets precisely to the core of community outreach and social justice. She called the facilities and asked, "What do you need?" Based on those conversations and her own good ideas, Christina came up with the idea of creating and donating enrichment boxes for each facility. Christina wasted no time putting out the call for donations, and in short orders, FA members rose to the occasion. Collecting items at her own home and in the FA office during a pandemic, Christina created a dozen boxes for delivery to senior residents at area nursing homes. They included books, magazines, art supplies, puzzles, games, decks of cards, and a variety of other materials to help keep the minds, hearts, and hands of these senior citizens active. Christina personally created the boxes, loaded them into her car, and drove them to each facility. News of Christina's creativity even landed in our state union's newspaper, Nice at United, this past November. Still not content to rest on her heels, Christina knows that donating items is helpful, but nothing beats human interaction. Limited by the pandemic, Christina has been hard at work learning the technological capabilities of each of the senior facilities, as well as what she has at her disposal through the FA, so that we can continue to bring our FA into these seniors' lives, only this time safely via the internet. Christina has worked to help develop an FA YouTube channel, so FA members can record their own educational videos, presentations, or mini lectures and upload them. These can then be streamed on each facility's private in-house closed circuit TV systems, where residents can watch them on demand. Christina truly understands the ways in which the pandemic is impacting the senior citizens of Suffolk County the hardest, and her commitment to helping them in all the ways she can makes her most deserving of this award. So please join me in congratulating Christina Bosco-Langer.
I just want to say thank you to all the members. I could not have done any of this without all of the donations. And I want to say thank you to Joan, who has been giving me so many wonderful books for my next round of enrichment boxes. But this was truly a group effort, and I really thank everybody for donating, and there will be another call for donations coming.
Congratulations, Christina. Thank you, Courtney. And with that, we have finished our 4 awards. I just want to once again thank, on behalf of our committee, just thank all the nominators and all the recipients and the winners. What a remarkable list of achievements. When you listen to this, it's remarkable. We're very happy to honor everyone, and we just are looking forward to next year and doing it again. So with that, I would like to now ask Dante to give us some closing thoughts, and thank you again.
Thank you, Nick, for your great work on the committee, and to all the committee members. Congratulations to the awardees and the retirees. I have one small announcement to make. We are hoping to do this on Wednesday, May 26th. is FA Friends and Family Night at Citi Field to see the New York Mets. And the Mets are committed to having these games. We're hoping that maybe vaccine distribution is maybe better by then. But for $70, you get a food voucher, and as well as that includes your ticket, and it also includes drinks as well. So if you are interested, please let us know. We'll be sending out information about this in the coming months. So thank you so much, and congratulations to everyone and to our retirees. We wish you the best in retirement. Please enjoy. Know that your faculty association is still here for you. With that, thank you to all of you for attending and taking time out of your evening to honor our colleagues and our friends. We really deeply appreciate it.
If anybody wants to stay and chat, I know retirees might want to say something to each other, but we'll be here for a few minutes if you want to hang out and chat.
Beautiful job. Great job, everybody.
Thank you.
Well done, well done.
So great to see faces.
Awesome work.
Congrats, everyone. Congrats. All the best.
Congratulations, everyone.
Be well. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ellen and Kevin, there were loud cheers from the reef section back here, so.